it back, run it back. Run it back, run it back. Lost everything I ever wanted, want it back. Got a problem, never run from that. Have fun with that. Get the W, then double back. That. Shit. Watch how I react. Fight back, stay down. Now we taking off, got the flight plan. Promise you if anybody can, homie, I can. Get the right man, baby, I'm my own hype man. Yeah. Run it back, run it back. Run it back, and run it back. Run it, ooh, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. About to snap, take a photograph. Run it back, make it to the friends. Run it back when I told it right. I'll be back, make another back. Ultra fast. I ain't with the boat to dash. Run it back, I'm running back. Face back with the shoulder pads.
Run it back, watch your back. You think I want it cream, but I like it black. Not the act. Yeah. And run it back, you see how I act. Nothing I lack. Feeling like a fatal heart attack. I died for that. I don't stress about it. I think less without it. I'ma cut out anything that's in my sight.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Cowboys and the Jets next on EA Sports.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they come off a loss in the home opener last week. Now they get their first road test of the early year.
And it's such a downer when you lose that first game after pointing to it in the whole offseason. They've got to get themselves revved up and cranked up and try again this week.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
Now the second-year man back from injury. It's Breece Hall. Up past the 30, second down coming up. The numbers for Hall in last week's ball game. 16 carries, 63 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6. On second down, a run with Hall. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
He's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And Good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. We look at this Cowboy defense, and they've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
2nd and 9 from the 44.
Delay of game, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 2nd down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. Here's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Prescott on 1st down. And he fends him off. Buying time to his left. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, a new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
first down, and it's Pollard again. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And last time they were stopped on fourth down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on fourth down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on fourth versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a fourth down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a fourth down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
He'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. But now he appears to be in some pain. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to have a third down. Look at this Cowboy defense. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. After 7-0. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. 3rd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short. And he didn't get there. Dalvin Cook turned away on fourth down. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got this. Evades the tackler. Now some space. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Oh, what a move. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup. No. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 13-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Cowboys are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Gallup with the catch there and coming off of a tough 2022. He was still recovering from a torn ACL and ended up with the fewest yards in a season of his career. The Cowboys know he's capable of much more, as he showed there.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
One, opposite, green, blue, check, pink.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The New York set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Rodgers changing the play, it appears. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's complete, and once again it's Cobb. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So 4th down coming. We still haven't seen a punt yet. At least here, they're in a reasonable spot to go for.
This I can understand. Some of the others, not so much.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Rodgers going to go on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Looking to throw. Prescott. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Prescott off play action. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But
sorry, Coach, put a pin in that. We are going to move right on to the 3rd quarter here. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll throw from the gun. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Pollard, he'll take it up the gut. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, 66 yards. Comfortable lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 28-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they're going to get this beyond. He's taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No big surprise, Micah Parsons doing what he does so well, dropping him for a loss. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Again, it's Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Uzomah. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down, New York.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Jets 7. Greg Zerline to kick off for the Jets.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man, Tony Pollard. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. This is 2nd and 8. Here's Pollard again. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That's pulled in at the 32. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jets will take over. New York ready to go again offensively. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They start the drive with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Rodgers. He finds Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Rodgers now on 1st down. Throw right side, Wilson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Back now in Arlington. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. On second down, here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They toss it down to Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Here's Rodgers to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Rodgers. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Rodgers. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. Prescott now, option right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a 1st down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On play action, Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Sauce Gardner, an all-pro as a rookie last year, up to make the tackle. 2nd down and 6 now. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are on their way to a 2-0 start. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Jets are going to use... Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
2nd and 10.
Over.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. This one finds Wilson downfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Well, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Rodgers to throw once more. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made 1 more play, could have had our shutout.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense.